Still in Africa, Ugandan opposition leader Bobi Wine has been injured in a confrontation with a policeman, but his party says he's recovering in hospital. The National Unity Platform said the pop star turned politician had been hit by a tear gas canister, though his wound was initially thought to have been caused by a bullet. We have details in this report.
The incident occurred while the NUP leader was on his way to visit his lawyers on Tuesday in Bolindo, which is about 20 kilometers north of the capital, Kampala. A statement from the police said officers on site reported that the opposition leader, whose real name is Robert Yangolanyi, had stumbled while getting into his vehicle. In a swift reaction on his official X handle, an admin refuted the statement of the police and thanked citizens who captured the video of the attack and shared it. Footage was shared on social media by journalist Solomon Sawanja, who was at the scene, showing the 42-year-old opposition leader being helped from a building with a bleeding injury from his left shin. Later, NUP spokesperson Joe Sesonyi said X-ray reports showed there were some fragments from a tear gas canister embedded in Bobi Wine's leg. Medical experts at Sambaya Hospital in Kampala told journalists the NUP leader is due to undergo surgery to remove the fragments. The police say Bobi Wine had attended an event in Bolindo, and afterwards he and his team moved out of their cars and embarked on a procession up to Bolindo town. At least 4 NUP members were arrested during the altercation. Veteran opposition figure Kiza Bezige condemned the horrible outcome of what he termed usual police aggression against political opposition. Bobi Wine was first elected to parliament in 2017 and ran against President Yoweri Museveni in the 2021 election, which was marred by state repression. He is popular among young people and has been arrested and beaten up numerous times.
A professor of international relations and strategic studies, David Awurawo, joins me to discuss the attack on a Ugandan opposition leader. Good to have you again, Prof. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, can we attribute what we're seeing now on this particular attack on Bobi Wine on the aftermath, to the aftermath of the 2021 election?
Sure. The government has attempted to suppress opposition and do everything to ensure that they are not able to rise up to defend the people and point out the ills of the government. And all of this, is part of that. The government tries to do everything it can to suppress the opposition. It was just supposed to be a harmless rally, and the government said they shouldn't roll it, and attempt at the government to ensure that it did not vote resulted in all of that. Uganda has had the unfortunate history of authoritarianism for so many years of its independence. Recall the Idi Amin years, 1779, and we have not had Yoweri Museveni since 1986. That's 38 years and counting. It's very unfortunate and a tragedy for Uganda.
And what does this say, about the political landscape in Uganda? Because the country, in any moment now, will begin to gear up for another general election.
Well, until Museveni leaves the scene, Uganda will be under authoritarian government. It's very clear. The man has been there for 38 years, and he hasn't shown any sign of quitting the scene. And the last election, the government claimed that 100% voter turnout took place, and the man won the election. So there won't be free and fair election in Uganda until Museveni leaves the scene. And he doesn't seem to be willing to leave anytime soon. So the next election with Museveni there, the results are known before the elections are held. They are neither free, fair, nor credible.
The police has said that it will carry out or it will conduct an investigation to clarify the facts. But how optimistic are you that there will be any semblance of justice?
It will lead to nothing. Justice will not be done. Bobi Wine has been arrested, harassed, several times, and it always follows this pattern. It is just that in this particular instance, the injury seems to be more than he has ever had. Which is why, there is this uproar and outrage about what the police has done. Nothing will come out of it. When you're under a dictatorship, this is the pattern you have. They would do everything. They can even kill someone and say, oh, they are investigating. At the end of the day, nothing comes out of it. They don't bother about human rights protection, and they don't bother about freedom of any sort. So anybody who is expecting anything positive from the investigation, so-called, that will take place, is living in a world of illusion.
At least one can say that they are making him even more popular than he was in 2021. Thank you so much for your time, Prof. Always a pleasure to have you on. Professor of International Relations and Strategic Studies, Professor David Awarawa. Thank you so much.